This is a Playboy Magazine, issue January 1980. From a time when men were men, they were allowed to be men, and women, well, they were beautiful. Today we're going to go through this issue, 336 pages long. These issues were massive. And we're going to check out great articles, great interviews, pictures, and some gloriously smoking and alcohol-related ad pages. So let's penetrate, probe, and get to the bottom of this issue. What made Playboy magazine great back in the old days? So let's go. So, Playboy magazine, January 1980, $3. And here's Steve Martin. So let's see what we have here. Crown Royal. Contents for Men's Entertainment Magazine. Volume 7. Datsun, we are driven. Love it. 200 SX. If any of you guys watching had any of these cars back in the day, or drank the drink or smoked the smoke, please let me know in the comments section. Extra dry gin. Almost every second page is some sort of alcohol or smoke-related ad. Ah, look at that. Omega. The quartz chronometer. Incredibly accurate. "12 Months of Christmas." Minolta, of course. That's Bruce Jenner, Olympic decathlon winner. This ad didn't age all that well. Or maybe it did. Honda Civic, 1979. The new 1980 Honda Civic, with copyright in 1979. I remember my uncle drinking Chivas Regal. Budweiser, where they're known as the king of beers. I thought I saw something about that. Yes, this is prior to the Olympics in Lake Placid. So this is released prior to the Miracle on Ice, of course. Just dawned on me. Polaroid. Smirnoff. It's a cozy place. Looks like something out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Jaguar Rover Triumph. TDK tapes, of course. Encyclopedia in book form, going strong in the 70s and 80s, of course. And this is, of course, from back when men were men and women were women. Onkyo. Try gin again. Still time to play Santa. Fiat, Strada, another Italian work of art. It squeezes 28 miles out of every gallon without squeezing you. Some smoke, of course. I think we'll have more of that. Warning: the Surgeon General has determined that cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. And this appeals to my Nordic, Scandinavian nature, of course, a Volvo and some skiing equipment. The drive-through movie guide. Movies. Again, when men were men and not, yeah, whatever. Looks straight out of a front cover of Duran Duran's Rio. Jensen. Forum Newsfront, what's happening in the sexual and social arenas. This is, of course, long before the internet and social media. So, this is a lot of fun to read. Sony headphones. And here's a long Steve Martin interview, which I won't cover here, of course, no time for that. But there was a time when I was a wild and crazy guy. Celebrities have an obligation to have a cause to live for. I chose gay rights. I joined it and worked for it, but then I quit. Why? Because that organization is infiltrated with homosexuals. So that's a statement. Memorex tapes again, of course. Vivitar. I think I have a lens from Vivitar. Mitsubishi car audio. Again, pre-Lake Placid Olympics 1980, introducing the Ampex Olympic team. They have both sides here. Ah, Toyota. Look at that. Love it. Wolf Schmidt vodka, the spirit of the Tsar, lives on. And look at those two Borsois. Love these dogs. Not these two particular dogs, but the type of dog. Camel lights, of course, is in front of the Sphinx. Koss headphones. Again, this was a issue issued probably a few weeks before Christmas in 1979, even though it's, issue 1, 1980, but these magazines used to come out a couple of weeks before, I guess, since they had a lot of Christmas sort of ads and things going on in the issue. Panasonic. Like Q said in James Bond, a ghetto blaster. Something we're making for the Americans. We're calling it a ghetto blaster. Enjoy the taste of country fresh Salem. Mild, smooth, and refreshing. Enjoy smoking again. And it's dangerous to your health. The Surgeon General. The San Francisco Experience. Nice art. And the Hugh Hefner Playboy's pajama parties. I can only imagine what was going on there, and there's a lot of celebrities in these pictures. Wilt Chamberlain. Tony Curtis. That's John Derek and Bo Derek. And we're only on page 136. We're not even halfway through this issue. Star Trek. This is nice. Really nice. The 11th Hour Santa, some late Christmas gift tips here. Last minute Yuletide goodies. Look at all these things. This had a kind of look to it. There is actually a lot of cool articles in Playboy Magazine, if you can see past the nudity and all that stuff. I always enjoyed a lot of the articles in Playboy Magazine, I have to say. Found them both enlightening, entertaining, and educational. And yeah, well. Steve Martin, the greatest thing with money for me is paintings and relief from the phone bill. Here you can assemble your own little zoetropy, which I will not do, of course, but some nice DIY stuff going on here. With Steve Martin. The deadly weapon. First look at a new novel by John le Carré, Smiley's People. Remember that one? Also made into a movie. There's very little offensive about pictures like this today. You see much worse on Netflix and other places online. So not something to get all worked up about these days. Look at that. Robot repair. That's Steve Martin in Review Goes On. That's a big one. Working for the feds. Sci-fi comes to hi-fi. Olympus. The Vantage Point, where the great taste and low tar meet. Casio watch. Remember these? The projection TV with a 4-foot picture that looks like a movie in a wood grain cabinet that looks like a hutch. I didn't have this model, but I did have a projection TV in the early 90s, and watching movies on that today, well, it's fun because of the nostalgia, but the image quality not that great. Citizen. This was, of course, what it was all about. I got one of these, not this exact model, but a similar one as a Christmas gift in 81, I think. Everyone wanted something like that at that time. The Pride of Canada, it says. Newport. And we're slowly coming towards the end here. And these are nice shoes. If your father wore a shoe like that, you're probably having siblings you don't know about. The Alpha 6. I love the logo of Alfa Romeo. Only logo on a car where you have a snake eating a man in its brand logo. That's pretty cool. Even Apple had some ads here. And that's it. Playboy Magazine, issue January 1980. So let's close off with that. As always, I'm Espen Croft, and you're not. See you next time. Bye-bye.